Look out. Yes, sir. Look under your bed. Look in your closet. You never know when they're going to jump out and get you. My name's Roddy Piper.
Is on the network.
Welcome back to On the Network. I'm Richard, and with me as always is Tyler David. Tyler, how are you doing? Actually, Tyler's not here. We recorded an episode last night, and we had technical difficulties, and for lack of better words, the episode is broke. Instead, I decided to kind of make a tribute to Roddy Piper, and just kind of play a couple of his promos and have a short little episode. Alright guys, here we go.
Excuse me, I have to go to the men's room. I'll be right back. Thank you.
Oh, going home? Oh, my goodness, that's fine. Cow Palace. You can go to the men's room in the Cow Palace. That's a wonderful name in San Francisco because the Cow Palace is someplace that I would be proud to call my home. Cow Palace is someplace that I'd be proud to bring my gal. Because obviously if you live in San Francisco and you are going out with gals, obviously they belong in the Cow Palace. I saw one, the only thing she was missing was antlers. She would have been in season, Jack, man. I saw her coming up to me, asking me for a date. I says, man, I'm Hot Rod. Are you kidding me? He said, yeah, but aren't you the one that's going to fight Mr. Wonderful? I says, yeah, I'm going to fight Mr. Blunderful. He says, but aren't you the one that's going to fight him with all them wrestlers around the ring? I says, yeah, that's me. He says, don't you know what he's thinking? Of course. Yeah, I know what he's thinking. Absolutely nothing, man. When he's in a room alone, he is all alone. You see, you forget, I rode with him. I know what an idiot this guy is. I know his moves. Oh, yes, he's tough. I know he's tough. You think I ain't, man? I've been around. You know that. I've been there before. He's tough enough to go and bench press 500 pounds. Who really cares, man, huh? Your idea here of a wrestling match here, you got 12 wrestlers around the ring. You got dancing midgets and leathers. You got everything that you've ever wanted in a match. You know why I signed this? Incidentally, it didn't take me 2 months to sign this match. No. It didn't take me 2 months to make up my mind, brother. No. I said, you want me to fight somebody? I'll fight anybody. Who do you want? Just let me fight him. Orndorff says, well, I'm going to take my time. Going to take me about 2 months, and I'm going to go right now and go to the bathroom and think about it, and now I'm back. Right there. It's your idea of Orndorff's father. You see, that's going to happen after you fight me. Going to be nothing left of you except for old and bald and ugly. You ain't going to be no Hot Rod. You're just going to be somebody that can't keep his bladder empty.
10 rounds of boxing as part of WrestleMania 2 with Smokin' Joe Frazier in his corner. Mr. T dons the gloves and goes against perhaps one of the most controversial men in the World Wrestling Federation today. My guest at this time, you know him from Piper's Pit. He is the Rowdy one. Roddy Piper along with bodyguard Ace Bob Orton. And in your corner on Monday, April the 7th, will be Olympic boxing coach Lou Duva.
Hey, Duva. They're having a hard time training Mr. T for this. He can't seem to get the bowl right. You know when you tie your shoes, how you have to tie it in a bowl? They're spending weeks. You know, one time, Mr. T in a press conference about 2 weeks ago come out in a kilt on. He was trying to mimic me and trying to make fun of me. And I looked at him and I thought to myself, you know, Mr. T, you come out with this kilt on trying to make fun of me, and never once in my life have I painted myself black and shaved my head trying to look like you, brother. No, because that's never crossed my mind in my entire life. I think about folklore, American folklore. I think there's a song, T for Texas, T for Tennessee. Doesn't say anything about T for
trash, does it? What about in Piper's Pit when you carved up the hair of the little gentleman, the Haiti kid?
The little what?
Gentleman.
The little gentleman, the Haiti kid. When I carved up his hair, the reason I did that is I wanted to get the size comparison to see how far I had to punch down for D. You see, the A team is going down the tubes. And after WrestleMania, I'll show you, that's two things you can't do.
Please welcome the bad boy of bagpipers, Mr. Roddy Piper!
Last time I saw this lady, I was in WrestleMania 2, and I was just entering the ring. She was introducing me. I had boxing gloves on, and I had this trainer that's been hyping me up for 3 hours. And I get into the ring, and I'm going to fight this guy named Mr. T. And I get in the ring, and she's a commentator, and she says to me, "Why are you so mean, Roddy? What did you want me to do to the guy?" I go over there and say, "Can we talk, please? How do you feel today? Are you okay? How do you feel? Did you have a nice meal?" I went over there, ended up beating the... No, I can't say that. No, but I did. I ended up beating him, ended up having a good time, and then you told me you loved me.
Yes, because you're basically a sweet person.
I am a sweet person,
now,
aren't
I want to know before...
Why a boo now? How could you say boo to that? You got to admit, it takes guts to walk down Hollywood and Vine looking like this, man. Let's give me a break, huh? Come
on. What's under the kilt? What are you wearing under the kilt?
My shoes. What's under the kilt?
Yes, what are you wearing?
I'll tell you, wait a second. I saw a commercial. I saw you do a commercial. You're tremendous. I saw you do a commercial, and you might have seen it. She did this commercial, and it was you're not going to bleed nothing no more, and you cut the cord, and there was a button you pressed, and you sang, "Free again!" You sang like a bird, a vulture. You sang like, free again. And so I figured, if you want to know what's under the kilt... Here I am. Why don't you take a look for yourself? Come on. What do you think, huh? There's going to be no clipping. That's why this is the #1 show. We're putting on your spectacles. You don't need that.
I'm going to say.
Okay, baby.
Do I need glasses, magnifying glasses?
Just go ahead and just take a wee peek. Just don't be scared now.
Believe me, I'm not scared.
Let me help you out. I knew you were I knew you would ask me, huh? Don't think the hell is going to come on here with nothing under my kilt. The tradition of all Scotsmen is to wear nothing under their kilt. Yes, that's the tradition, is to wear nothing under their kilt. But you think for 1 second I was going to trust you and come on here with nothing after I saw that commercial? You're Bambi.
But you're a very smart cookie. Do people fight dirty? You're a smart guy. Do you know when they're going to fight dirty? What are the dirty things they do to you?
They take my trunks before I fight.
Are you serious?
Oh, yeah, they hide my trunks sometimes. What do they do to me? I don't know. I do most of the dirty fighting, I guess. I've been the Gaddafi professional wrestling for I don't know how many years, man.
What's the dirtiest thing you ever did to somebody?
What's the dirtiest thing I ever did to somebody?
Oh, darn. I guess the dirtiest thing I ever did to somebody was accidentally. I kicked Cyndi Lauper in the head one time. Yeah, but that was an accident. I was fighting this guy, and the New York... Hey, wait a second. New York City police started coming in the ring, and all these people were coming in the ring, and there she was, and boom, I just saw a body, and I didn't know it. I went, and before I knew it, there was more policemen, and I didn't know she was a lady. All I saw was kind of orange and green hair and stuff. I thought she was scaring goldfish in Encino or something. I didn't know what she was doing. So I guess that's probably... I'm not very proud of that.
What about cheating? Who are the biggest cheaters?
Well, I have one guy in wrestling. I have WrestleMania 3 is coming up, man.
Yeah.
This is WrestleMania 3. It's in the Silverdome in Pontiac, Michigan. I'm fighting a guy called Adorable Adrian Adonis. This is one of the glitter people. He's kind of like Huey Lewis in the news, you know. One day he writes a song, I Want a New Drug. The next day he writes a song, It's Hip to Be Square. Adrian Adonis, he really doesn't know exactly where he's coming from. He comes out in pumps, and he had a nice big dress on made out of chiffon. He's 320 pounds. He was flowing through, looks like someone shot the curtains at the day's end. He was flowing through, and this guy all of a sudden got the bright idea that he wanted to make a name for himself and fight me. So March 29th, I'm going to fight this guy. He's probably the most vicious individual I ever fought. So he says to me, see, I'm retiring, man.
You're retiring?
Yeah, this is going to be my last. This is going to be my last fight. Yeah, I announce it right. Is that booing because you want me to retire, or boo because you don't? You don't? Yeah, but I want to go into Hollywood, man. I don't want to be the next James Dean, man. I'm 32 years old. I don't want to walk around with my head all beat in and giving looking for 40 bucks.
Can you retire? Do you have enough money? Do you do well? Do
well, I don't know. I got 6 kids, man.
Yeah.
I do all right. Yeah.
But do wrestlers do well?
Do wrestlers do well?
Money-wise, who makes the most money in wrestling?
I suppose there's only two wrestlers, I suppose, that make the most money in wrestling. I guess Hogan and myself, I suppose.
And have you made enough in case things don't go well to live for the rest of your life?
Oh, no. Not at all. Are you kidding me? I got kids to feed. I got a pregnant horse. I don't remember going to the barn. I got all kinds of stuff. Are you kidding?
You brought us a clip we want to look at.
A clip, yes. Did I bring it?
Yes,
well, they sent it. I really don't know what it is.
It's of you and Adonis.
Me and Adonis?
Yes. I don't know
Roll them, baby.
Here we go. It's a clip of you and Adonis. I think it's of you and Adonis. No, it's not of you and Adonis.
What am I doing?
Roll the clip and let it... Yes, it's Adonis' flower shop.
That's the guy that was...
Yes.
I was doing a little remodeling. You see, what happened was this geek went and took a chair and started banging on my leg with a chair to make a reputation for himself. It's the way this WrestleMania 3 all started. After he did that, the problem was he just left me there and he didn't do anything else. So I went out and got me Louisville Slugger, and he had a flower shop, and he said that. He was what? Do you know what I mean by one of the glitter people? I mean, I don't know if I. You know,
I think we know.
Yeah, I saw Tarzan. What does he do, huh? Tarzan goes to jail. Adrian Adonis is the same way. Adrian, excuse me, my.
Yeah, but I want to know. I want to know what you say. This one does. This is what is that. You walked in and you did not bagpipe.
I did not bag. Well,
and you claim you're a bagpiper. Are you gonna? You know you have to leave.
Well,
are you gonna bagpipe off?
I could.
Are you a
absolutely.
bagpiper?
Well, I can't play. I could play the bagpipe.
Yes or no? You're a Scotsman. Can you play the bagpipe?
Well, but my
yes or no?
My foot hurts. Otherwise, I would play the bagpipes.
What's that got to do with your foot? You play with your mouth.
I could play the bagpipes.
Will you play the bagpipe?
Well, I could play. You don't believe I can play? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You think I can't play the bagpipes?
I want to see.
You want to see me?
I'll play the bagpipes.
What do you want me to do?
Play the bagpipes.
Play the bagpipes? Come here. Somebody give me a set of them things, man.
Huh?
Somebody give me a drummer. Somebody give me a drummer. Yeah, Joni, this one's for you. May you be a half an hour in heaven before the devil knows you're dead, huh?
Thanks, Joe. Kelly's Quick Drying is available in gloss or satin finish. Okay, it's available in gallons, quart, pints. So go buy some after the show. We'll be right back with Kelly Savalas, Crowded House, and attorney Marvel Mitchelson discussing women and their children. Should they keep them at their surrogate mothers? So don't go away.
I'll come clean with one story.
Okay.
All right.
Gotta have one.
Gotta have one. True one, but I'll come clean with it. There is Don Morocco, Bobby Orton, Ace, and Roddy Piper. Now, at that time, we were over so much. We're like, 85, 6, 7. That we go to a hotel or a restaurant and everything was on the house. So we're in Fresno at a Mexican restaurant and everything is on the house, and including the tequila, and Orton was on the roof and we were drinking.
What was he wearing?
It's interesting because I'm his cast. He's a tough guy.
The free spirit.
For 4 years. So now we get finished this restaurant. Here's the true part of it now. So we decide to take off, and because we need more beer, of course. It's only 3 o'clock in the morning, and we need beer. So we stop at one place, and Orton and Morocco go to pee, and I try to get some beer, but they won't sell me any. And somehow the construction worker on my left-hand side gets knocked down. We don't know how that happened. Okay? So we take off because I say we should go. And as we're going... Now, that's the story. As we're going, we're filming. There's kind of a sharp left turn, and we're going, and next thing we know, the car is down 5 feet on the railway track. I swear to God. Now, being the brain scientists we are, Morocco and Piper get out, and being the brain scientists say to Orton, listen, we'll pick the car up off the tracks, and you drive it. Okay, all right, here we go. And we get, you know those rocks that are by a train track that are like 22 bullets? And Orton's got it there, and boom, boom, and we're... So we abandoned that idea because we heard, woo, woo, I swear to God. So we stepped back 5 or 6 feet for safety. And because the train's going to hit the car. It's a rent-a-car. Oh, no.
Who cares? We got insurance.
We got insurance for the day. What time is it? We're fine. Here comes the train. Oh, shoot. You missed the car. We were so disappointed. But now, we get a cab back to the Ramadama, wherever we're staying. There must have been 140 policemen in the lobby. Now, there's no exaggeration. I'll get it, got it down, all right? I'm in the lobby, Morocco's in the lobby. Somehow, it's one of them hotels where all the floors overlook the lobby. Orton was on about the 7th floor. Now, Bobby somehow's in his room, okay? And we're down, stick with me, we're down in the lobby trying to explain that we haven't done a damn thing all night, officer. And Bobby puts his toe to the door, opens the door, and keeps the door open, and says, shut the fuck up, I'm trying to sleep. Bobby sleeps naked. As he says this, Bobby's toe loses track of the door. The door goes click. Now, there's cops, 4 of them, go up there because they only see him, and they see the thing of Bobby has a thing there by his navel. Now, the cops don't know that Bobby's with us, but one cop there makes a mistake and pulls his laser gun and goes pow, pow, toom, toom. You stupid son of a bitch. Bobby pulls up all the way down the lobby. Bobby's naked in the lobby. So I can't tell you all the language that he's using. Now, while we're in the lobby,
colorful,
very buzzy. And while we're in the lobby, the police think they shot one of the people that's staying at the hotel. And so bottom line is, they arrest me because I wasn't checked into the friggin' hotel. Now, I'm in jail, and everybody else is in bed. Nobody bails me
me out until I phoned Chico, and about 8 o'clock in the morning, there's all the boys in the airport, and I can see people not really looking kindly at me, and we're on the radio, and they're buzzing, and there we are in the headlines of the paper, renegades. So I suppose if that makes you a renegade, that
probably does.
Story of Fresno.
You got to go home on that.
It was just a mistake, an identity.
I think you qualified renegade.
Trying to help,
Degree.
Thank you.
Thanks everyone for sticking around. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back after these messages.
Movies need only 3 things: badasses.
You tell me who you want done, and I'll do the hell out of it.
A chick with drive who don't take no jive.
Boobs.
Do you know that the female breast, known to be the source of life since Eve, can be deadly weapons?
And body counts.
Body count. The mathematics of murder and menace.
The BB&BC podcast discusses lesser-known action, exploitation, and horror cult cinema. You can find the show on iTunes, Stitcher Smart Radio, and SoundCloud by searching for BB&BC Podcast. You can also listen to each episode directly on the show's website at badassesboobsandbodycounts.com.
Got the goddamn message? Let's go to work.
Wrestling suit, motherfucker.
Wrestling suit, motherfucker.
It's wrestling suit, motherfucker. Pay attention.
Wrestling suit,
motherfucker.
Wrestling suit, motherfucker.
Like, this shit sucks, but I know it's good for me,
Motherfuckers.
He kept on caressing Triple H's cock.
There's only 2 kinds of men. Ones that have raped and ones that haven't raped yet.
Yeah. Candy had to go bus flip.
WrestlingSuit.com.
Hey, what's up? This is Chunky Larry from GeeksOfTheIndustry.com, and I'm here with the lovely Miss Cola. Say hola, Cola.
Hola, bitches.
If you're listening to this, you're probably listening to one of the many Geeks of the Industry podcasts. When you're done listening to this, make sure to check out the others. I'm not sure which one you're listening to, but check them all out, because they're all fun in their own way.
Do it.
Bitch.
How I roll.
We are back. Let's get back to some more Piper.
Ric Flair, huh? The real World's Heavyweight Wrestling Champion. Must be a little tiny, itsy world you come from with munchkins in it and basset hounds that don't bark. Because you've been doing enough barking for them all. See, me, I'm real plain and simple and direct. They call me Hot Rod. Everybody knows it. I don't have to say what I am, because I've done it. That's the difference between you and me. You talk about it, I do it. Oh, you want to come out in the frilly robes? You're so cute. Of course, I come out in a kilt. Someone says I'm cute, and I bury my fist down their throat. You want to have a party? You want to see how tough you are? Come on down. The water's fine, but it's up to here. I like a good laugh, too. I like the part about he who laughs last. You see, the problem is you ain't never got beat up real good before, obviously. I have. Don't bother me a whole lot. Been trying to get kind of rude myself. Pour soda pop in me eyes, ouch, every morning, just to stand the pain. Trimming down, just to make the gain rude. Snapping at nasty big old fat ladies. Biting the dog's toenails. Cause you see, baby, I can get real rude too. I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
Rose, these bagpipes have been passed down to me from generations to generations. And just the thought that a slimy nothing like you can come down here and bust these over my head just turns my stomach, mister. We've been sitting up here for the last couple of weeks. I've been talking to you people about all the hats that's going around in Oregon. Well, the other week was Independence Day. Well, for 3 years, you people have been looking at this Buddy Rose's ugly face in your living rooms. You've been looking at him here for 3 years, and you've been looking for someone to get rid of him. But let me tell you something. I can stoop just as low as you, Rose. I beat you in the cage. I beat you in the lumberjack match. Let me tell you something. I got you in a coal miners match. But that's not enough, brother. Tuesday night here is not enough in a coal miners match. Let me tell you something. I know how to humiliate people. I can humiliate Rose for you. And I know how. But I need your help. It's Independence Day. Listen to me. When I win in the ring, when I win, we take Rose, put him in the middle of the ring, and shave all the hair off his head so you can laugh at him for weeks. Listen, this is Independence Day. If you people there, phone right now. They're going to get you off TV soon. Phone right now. Phone to the sports arena. You people talk to the promoter. Independence Day. You want to get rid of Rose? If it ain't me, the only other choice is Skylab lands on him, brother.
Kind of feel terrible. All we wind up with is this old Scottish kilt. Holy Hulk Hogan. That's Roddy Piper.
Hello.
Barry.
Hello.
Big
How you
fan,
doing,
man.
Barry?
Oh, good to see you.
Good to see you, too. Let me take a peek at what you got here.
Jeez.
First of all, you got to understand, the kilt is an art in itself. You can see how the pleats, one goes over, sewed down, one goes over. And this was
Tremendous amount of workmanship.
Oh, it takes them a good 2 to 3 days to do one kilt.
Wow.
Now, stick with me now. So when you see these bagpipers, they have the kilt, and they have a big brooch here.
Yes.
Okay, and they have this plate. Here's the really cool part. When they went to war, during the nighttime, what they did is they pulled this part of the kilt up, safety pinned it, took the plaid, and that was their blanket. And they didn't have to carry any extra weight.
So they can pitch a tent anywhere.
They can pitch a tent in the second flat, and it's not hard to go to the bathroom.
All right. Yeah. Now that's my kind of clothing.
Okay.
What do you think something like this is worth?
I would say the kilt proves this kind of craftsmanship
for the plaid.
Yeah, and with two beautiful ladies like that, I'd say give me $1,000.
See, Barry?
Yeah, it didn't turn out so bad. The Angels were right. Roddy Piper did cheer me up.
Thank you. You know, this is part of my job right now. When we did the old school with Cena and that other kid, the English kid.
Wade Barrett. Yeah, the promo that you delivered where you said, don't you dare devalue the championship I never won.
Yeah, I meant it. I meant it because, and we know from this show, we're talking David Arquette, we're talking Hall of Fame and stuff like that. Don't you dare do that, man. And don't you allow them to let you to. Don't play that card. Come on. It is real. Because if we don't do it correctly, it'll all fall apart. There's some kind of reality there to it. Right? Now, I'm not talking about the actual activity in the ring, what you want to think is real and not real. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the whole construction of the entity of in this case, the WWE Universe. The nuts and bolts have got to be correct. You cannot adjust those. The belt must be respected. Or it means nothing. It won't draw. When they ask me about the belt, because I never won it, and there's a couple reasons why, I think. But hindsight now, given 2020, I know that there was one meeting they had, and Chief Jay Strongbow said, Piper doesn't need a belt to get over.
I would agree with that, Roddy. I don't think you needed a belt to get over. You were already so over that you would be helping the belt more than that belt would help you.
So it comes then to, you see, the old school thought. People now kind of, and here's another one we'll clear up right now, that, they didn't give Piper the belt. No, that's not true. I didn't take it, one, and I didn't need it. I'm proud of that.
I just
work hard.
Yeah. I just want to interject one thing here. I just want, like, a lot of people might be thinking of this not from a career legacy standpoint, because I think we can all agree that from a legacy standpoint, your legacy will stay the same whether you had won a championship or not. In my opinion, I think that you've cemented your legacy in wrestling. But I do want to talk about, and stop me if this is too personal, but from a monetary standpoint, would it have been different for you if you had been a champion, or if you had a title run? Would it have made you richer than what you have made in the professional wrestling business already?
Great question. It would have done a couple things. One, it would have made me richer. Two, it would have made me change my wicked ways and go into business with the WWE, as opposed to being the ultimate rebel at all times, which I took too far because of my upbringing. So I think there would have been more solidarity, and it would have increased my income absolutely, because they cut me off when I went to Do They Live. And Hogan sat down and they did no holds barred. That was the answer to They Live. We'll show him. Okay. But it was that personal, instead of going, hey, way to go, Rod. And then when you do They Live and it becomes a number one hit, geez, maybe we'll bring you in like we will 25 years later and bring The Rock in. But no, they didn't think like that. So economically it cost me, but on the other side, that I got the opportunities to go places where nobody ever has gone before.
There's no more! I don't believe it! The best damn band in the world! How you doing, boys? I say we go bungee jumping. The only thing we do, we put the rope around Marky's neck. What do you say? You got a gig? Love you, Marky. About this much. Have a seat. Calm down. I don't make no money calming down. That's a cold seat there, baby. Yeah, this is Faith no more! I don't believe it! The best damn band in the world! How you doing, boys? I say we go bungee jumping. The only thing we do, we put the rope around Marky's neck. What do you say? That's right. We got a gig? Love you, Marky. About this much. Have a seat. Calm down. I don't make no money calming down. Ooh, that's a cold seat there, baby. Yeah.
Roddy, this is Roddy. He's very excited about meeting you because his name's Roddy as well.
Hey, fine, lad. Hi, God bless them, man. Good-looking band.
Could I get one of those shirts, do you think?
Yeah, you can get one of these shirts. You want this one? Sure. Just a little bit sure, but I'm not sure. I'll take it off right now and give it to you, man. It's yours, man. What else do you need?
Hey, Roddy.
I got some of this. No, wait a second, man. I can do all kinds of... No, there's not. No, wait, just... Yeah, whoa, baby. Hello, go ahead. What else do you need? What else do you need? I know it's long distance, baby. Best band, my favorite band. I want to wish you all the luck on the word, because you got to put up with this geek.
Back in the day, the world champion would pick up the tab because it was a class thing to do.
That's all I know.
And he still picks up the tab every time.
A lot of these guys are my friends, acquaintances that I've known in sports.
Everybody comes around him to take because he does pick up the tab.
Where would you get that idea?
It's very difficult to try to figure out who is really your friends and who just wants to be around Ric Flair, the great Ric Flair.
I'm all about...
So many people take advantage of you. Since I've known
Nobody
you.
take advantage of me anymore.
Let me talk. It's very difficult to try to figure out who is really your friends and who just wants to be around Ric Flair, the great Ric Flair, and boom.
You know, I never want to hear you say that again. I can't listen to somebody else tell me what problem this person is Because if they're good to me, you know, I'm going to be reciprocal, okay?
Flair, you got the biggest heart in the world. You're fun. You're fun in any situation. But I'm worried about you.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Why? What are you worried about?
I'm worried about you because you're rolling out.
What does that mean?
Same thing I was doing. You need to slow down just a little bit just to catch your breath. And I love you. And I'm a little scared for you. We're talking, what you're saying is from where you're coming. You give it everything you got. You give it your heart in your way, as do I in my way. I give it everything I got. And where do I? Yes, I am afraid for my industry that gave me a family. Let's understand. Just speaking for myself, I'm so grateful and so lucky that I just accidentally fell into pro wrestling. I was just a kid on the street, and so I love them so much. Everybody that answers a bell, that I sincerely am concerned for where wrestling is headed, and there's a changing of the guard that's happening, and it's not special anymore. When you put Raw, and you was a writer, when you put Raw to 3 hours from 2 hours, 3 hours, whoosh. Oof, that's a lot of TV. As a heel. Geez, I can't believe you got me talking like this. Who's running this damn thing? Me or you?
No,
I gotta go now. I gotta go now, bud.
Oh.
Go. So as a heel, myself, he's a general in the ring. You don't do nothing unless I say so. And it's my responsibility to make sure that it works. I just don't let somebody pick me up and body slam me. That's a ruck. It's way more intricate than that. But that's been lost because the moves are supposed to be just like words, a translation for something much bigger that is psychology that you're trying to get to them. When you wrestle today, for instance, if I was wrestling wherever, today in New York, when I get in the ring, I'm wrestling for next week. Meaning, I've wrestled many territories, they have the same towns in 7 days, same towns. I'm wrestling for next week. The reason those people are there is because last week I wrestled for next week. That terminology, they won't understand what you're talking about. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that's been lost, as has been like the respect for the moves and how much pain that you go through. Here's an instance. I was in Charlotte, and I came out of the ring, and I missed the rope and came down, hit my head. There was a big lump on it. And I get back to the dressing room, and the promoter says, "Hey, are you okay?" I go, "Yes, sir, I'm fine," because you're never supposed to. I had an old time. It was Alfred Hayes. Old time I had my head down, and boom, he slapped me. He says, Don't you ever tell them you're fine, because they don't appreciate what you're going through. Mm-hmm. They don't understand. And then these guys, all the credit in the world to them, they're doing these moves, boom, 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 and they're hurting, but they won't say so. They're following instructions, as opposed to, yes, I'll follow the instructions. Absolutely, I'm with you. But when the bell rings, baby, like I just said, I'm the boss. And it's my responsibility to make that work the way, if Vince Russo gives me something and I say, yeah, it's my responsibility to make that work the way Vince Russo asked me to. The way I get it to work is my business. But the end of it, it has to be what you ask for. And that's lost. It's a package they're selling.
I give you the most gifted entertainer in the history of professional wrestling. My man, the Hot Rod.
Well, I was married for 22 years. After spending some time with the best wrestler in the entire world, Ric Flair, I spent the next 2 years in close quarters with Dr. Ruth Westheimer and Betty Ford. And a dialysis machine. Is HBO here? Never mind. They just let me back into Denny's. I like the patty melt. You know, when I started professional wrestling, I was a skinny little kid, wore a kilt, played the bagpipes, and lived on an Indian reservation. What else could I be but a professional wrestler? I heard and saw the picture of myself when I was 15, and in the immortal words of Don Morocco, Conan the Barbarian, I wasn't. 167 pounds, including pimples. But I was a hell of a bagpipe player. The first match, as they said, was my first world record, the shortest match in the history of the Winnipeg Arena. 10 seconds. But that night, it wasn't the $25 Canadian that I received. That night, I was initiated into a group of some of the finest men and ladies that took this skinny little kid, no questions asked, no judgment, just demanded 110% all the time, and they accepted him into a family that I was desperate to have, because I wasn't going nowhere, except jail. I managed to make jail a few times, as Rick has explained to you. To be here in the Hall of Fame, it's movie star, Sylvester Stallone. I mean, Sylvester Stallone and I have things in common, you know. And some we don't. He can act. However, both Sly and I have beat the dog out of Mr. T. And we've done been in the ring with Thunder Lips, a.k.a. Hulk Hogan, a.k.a. Hollywood Hogan, a.k.a. Sybil Hogan. And I got to admit, I was jealous of Hogan. Well, it had nothing to do with the hair. However, I would listen to him because I would train just as hard. And he would hang and bang, and I would listen to his interviews, and he would say your prayers and take your vitamins. And folks, I took some serious vitamins. Never got them 24-inch pythons. Professional wrestling and the WWE gave this to me, which is the greatest gift. I'm so proud of these guys, man. They raised me. They see me at my worst, see me at my best. These are men here. What bothers me is I understood everything the sheet said. But in 1985, with the WWE, they allowed me this, the greatest thing that has happened in my life. They gave me the notoriety and the financial whereabouts to have a family of my own. And in the audience tonight is my wife of 22 years, Kitty, my oldest daughter, Anastasia, with my future grandson, my beautiful daughter, Ariel, my son, Colton, and little corn muffin, Fallon Danica. And they're all my family. And it's because of this family here. And I want to tell you this. I love you. I love you so much, man. I love you so much, but I guarantee you this. My name is Roddy Piper, and you ain't seen nothing yet. I gotta go now. I'm gonna die with a sword in my hand. I ain't rotting away on a little rascal. So, all right, I gotta go. They're giving me all kinds of signs. Some ain't good. Blowing kisses and little fingers. And, listen, if you're down and you're sick and you're not feeling good, I feel people that are having tough times. You know what? Get up. Take a deep breath and stand up. It's all in the spirit, guys. Take a deep breath, stand up. I beat cancer, I beat electrocution. I beat a lot of things. But the way I did it is because of you. Because you were always there for me. I'm here for you. Stand up. Boom. Seize the world. Take it. I love you with all my heart.